Our next guest is our community correspondent for Scripps Ranch. Please welcome back from Coldwell Banker International, Scott Ryan, and his special guest from Jerabek Elementary, the principal, Kristie Joyner.
All right, welcome to the show, guys. How are you doing? Doing great. All right, great to have you, Scott, as always,
Thank you.
On the show representing Scripps Ranch, as you have for so long now on the program. I really appreciate all of your work that you've done in the community and here. And today, you wanted to bring the principal on.
Yeah. Well, being a parent, having two kids there and a third, shortly, it's I think it's important to talk about how great the schools are in Scripps Ranch, how they affect real estate prices, and how great the parents are that make Jerabek such a great place.
Absolutely.
Kristie, thank you so much for coming
Thank
today.
you.
I know
Thank
school's
you
in session right now, and it's you've got a lot to do there. So really appreciate your time. But the people of Scripps Ranch really want to hear about what's going on. So tell us about Jerabek.
Well, I think one important thing to know about Jerabek is that we are part of a large vision for San Diego Unified School District that values quality schools in every neighborhood. So that being said, Scripps Ranch is no exception. We work really hard as a principal group to collaborate in Scripps Ranch with the many schools to provide a great educational program for our students.
That's fantastic. And you guys have there's a lot of involvement, right? Parental involvement, community involvement with the schools.
I think as a part of that vision for quality schools, at Jerabek we have a very, very involved parent community. They are part of what we do at school. We look at all aspects of our program. On any one day at our school, we might have between 20 and 30 parents on our campus.
Wow.
And that's in classrooms, working with teachers, on the playground, during PE, giving art lessons, and they partner with our teachers. We have a terrific staff who embraces that partnership and negotiates how to leverage that support.
That's fantastic. And Scott, you've been a part of that.
I have, absolutely. I remember I taught my son's kindergarten and first grade art core class, and the first thing I got was it was great for me to not only see these kids' faces and my own kid and being a part of my kids' education, but the appreciation level that I have for teachers went to a whole new level. Because when you're trying to herd 22 or 23 kindergarten kids to listen to you, and you're reading them a book and you're teaching them how to do art, it's incredible to keep, number one, keep their attention.
Right.
Number two, to get through the exercise. So for me, just being involved in that one aspect, I've driven some kids on field trips and done some other things to help out, but I had a whole new level of appreciation for what teachers go through on a day-to-day basis. And I think if more parents knew about it, there wouldn't be 25 to 30, there'd probably be 60 parents on campus, So for me, it was very rewarding.
That's awesome. And there's got to be a lot of feel-good moments when you're the principal. You're in your second year now as a principal. What are you most proud of?
I think traditionally one might be proud of achievement, and I think we all are. But I think what we're most proud of at Jerabek and our surrounding schools is the comprehensive program that we provide for our students. And that recipe that is comprised of an experienced staff, a very involved community, comprehensive programs like music and art and physical education and enrichment programs that are provided by our foundation. Very, very generous group of parents who supports enrichment at our school. And we have lots of opportunities, not only through our academic program for our parents, but for our teachers to coexist and provide that program.
That's fantastic. Great stuff. And Scott, you were telling me, hey, this is just like a private school basically, right?
It is. I mean, from my personal experience, and I think there's other parents that would attest to this, that Jerabek and some of the other schools in Scripps Ranch are equal, sometimes not better, than some private institutions. And as a real estate agent, I get the question all the time, if I'm buying in this area, should I send my kids to public or private? And in my opinion, with all the enrichment and all the extra access to activities and art and music and math, family science nights, those sort of things, they have a Dr. Seuss reading night, which is great. You get all that same stuff at a private institution, and I think the misnomer is that you've got to pay for something in order to get it. And that's just not the case in Scripps Ranch. I think any parent or any person investing or buying real estate in Scripps Ranch would be so thrilled to be able to send their kids, and privileged actually to have someone like Kristie leading the charge at a school like Jerabek. So
Yeah, that's great stuff.
it's a big thing.
And did you want to talk about some of the achievements from Jerabek, Kristie?
Well, I think, like I said, when you look at what sometimes is focused on test scores, but we have our comprehensive program. We're very proud of course, of the achievement. And our test scores are obviously public. We have a baseline year at our state level for testing, but we look at multiple measures in how we look at kids. And I'm just so proud of the program that's supporting the achievement at our school. And the steps we've taken in the last couple years as a new community working together to change some of our programs and still achieve. And we just have a great community and parent support and a great staff. I'm very proud to serve them.
Well, it's well known, Scott, as you know, in the real estate world, that this is an area, people seek these areas out because of the schools.
Sure.
Right? I mean, that's known, that, people will come to Scripps Ranch because they know the schools are so great. So there are a lot of people, you're having an impact. People know the achievements. They're looking up the test scores or whatever it is. People know, right, Scott?
They do. It's all that stuff's online, obviously, but I think a lot of it wouldn't happen without the fundraising and the things that we do at Jerabek in order to make that achievement. Because it's one thing to help the kids excel in class and to learn and to be a part, but it takes a village. It really does. And I think the parent involvement and the fundraising that we do at Jerabek really helps to sustain and achieve those goals.
Let's talk about that fundraising, because we got Scripps Ranch parents watching this segment right now. What about the fundraising? What do people need to know? How can they participate and help?
We have, like other schools in Scripps Ranch, we have a school foundation. Ours is Friend and Family Organization. It's led by a wonderful president, Ginger Coletto, who coordinates with her executive board, like Scott said, a plethora of activities, both academic and enrichment. They supply our school not only with things like supplies, extra supplies, they have a heavy investment in teacher training so that we can go above and beyond for students in how we deliver instruction. And then the activity part of that, like our spring fling, our ranch roundup, all these things that our parents participate in, vest not only our parents, but they vest the students in. And so it's not just about the academics, it's about all of that comprehensive nature of what we can give to them. And that's provided by our parents.
Yeah, the community, essentially.
Yes.
Yeah, and I can attest that. I mean, if there are parents out there that aren't aware of these programs, or maybe they don't have the time, maybe they're working 2 jobs and they don't have the time to volunteer on campus, there's so many ways to be involved. First, the FFO donation that they make annually for their student is huge. You can go participate at the Ranch Roundup, and you can bid on things that are baskets or gifts or trips, things that people put up for auction. The Spring Fling is an adult only activity with no kids, where the parents get a date night out. So there's a lot of and my wife's on the board. She's helping planning this year. So there's a lot of things that parents can, in ways that they can be involved to help continue with our success, other than just volunteering on campus. So fundraising is a big aspect.
Guys, thank you so much for being here. Scott,
Thanks.
great
Thanks.
idea.
Yep.
Kristie, thank you so much for your time.
Thank
really
you.
appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
Stick around for more Smarter San Diego TV, where we guarantee to make you smarter than everyone else. Commercial free.